Benny, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone! I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
No one is to stone anyone until I blow this whistle.
You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Zedos Game Podcast. I am Joseph Buchanan, and joining me is Mr. Allari. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Okay, so I hope you've had a good January. I'm recovering from a cold. I think everyone else is, and yeah, it's been a good one so far. What would you say is your highlight for January?
Highlight, as in...
The first 2 weeks of January, anything good happened to you?
Anything good happened to me? I saw 3 billboards. That was hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When did you see that?
Why?
When?
Oh, Friday.
Friday, okay. So were you in Harrow on Friday?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
Where were you?
Yeah, I was around. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Should have called me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen anything this year yet. I was hoping to see All the Money in the World, but I'll get around to that next week or whenever I can. But yeah, it's been a interesting start to the year so far. The Golden Globes has happened. BAFTAs will happen in the next few weeks, and then we'll have the Oscars, which should be interesting. Just considering all the controversy and all the crazy shit that happened last year, it's going to be eventful. I mean, Golden Globes was eventful. What's her name? Oprah made one of those speeches that will be on TV, played on TV or YouTube for forever and ever. The artist, sorry, not the artist, the disaster artist won a Golden Globe and probably will hope will win a BAFTA and an Oscar. If that film wins a BAFTA and an Oscar, Tommy Wiseau's done it, man.
Yeah.
He's done it. Took him 15 years, but he did it.
Yeah.
He did it, man. So yeah, that I found that fascinating that it was even considered and it won. So yeah, that's amazing. Okay, let's get straight to it. What was the first thing that I want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about the Kitty Pryde film.
Kitty Pryde?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is Tim Miller that wants to do this. Mm-hmm. What do you make of, considering what's going on with Fox and...
Well, if he generally has a vision and he wants to make one, let him do it. This is the guy that gave us Deadpool. Here's the thing. Kitty Pryde, not really an X-Man that I would be shouting to the rooftops to go see a film about Kitty Pryde. Mm-hmm. But if Deadpool's Tim Miller thinks he's got an idea and a story about a kick-ass Kitty Pryde movie, yeah, I'm in. Because obviously he's going to come at it with the passion, the fanboy passion he does about these things. So yeah, I'm not against it. He's a good director. I'll be more interested in his Terminator film that comes out next year.
I thought it was this year.
Was it this year?
Let me check.
When does Terminator come out?
Is it 6? It's Terminator 6, isn't it?
Terminator 6 or Terminator 3 or...
Oh yeah, July next year it comes out.
So it's July next year.
Yeah.
So
and Lyndall Hamilton's back for it, and she started working out last year.
Yeah.
To work on this film. So I can imagine, and they apparently they've all worked out all the stunts for it and everything, and this is what I love about them too. Did you see the interview they did?
Yeah, I saw the joint interview they did. James Cameron, you got to understand, before they even announced the film, they worked it out.
Yeah,
they worked out everything.
Yeah, and I think that's how it should be planned. Not to think the way that Terminator's been handled since Terminator 2, or after Terminator 2, has just been the wrong way about it. Everyone's trying to up the T-1000. I don't think that's what James Cameron wanted to do, and so just for the fact that in that interview you saw that they were both like, yep, we're going to do this, they both look very confident about what they're doing, and that to me, that thumbs up, man. That they both love it, especially Tim Miller. He's in love with that series, so I'm fascinated to see what they come up with. This could put back to Terminator back on the map in terms of the all great franchises. I mean, it is a great franchise, but it's been muddied.
Yeah, it's been diluted over the past 20 years almost.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely be cool to see that part. Back to Kitty Pryde, I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. Depending, do you think they should still get what's her name? Who played Kitty Pryde? I can't remember the actress's name.
I can't remember her either.
Let's find out. Who plays her? Oh, Ellen Page.
Ellen Page, yeah. Ellen Page is a fine actress.
Do you think? Okay, but just because if this acquisition from Disney does go through, because it's got 18 months to go through. If it does go through, do you think they should recast it, or do you think they should continue? Because Ellen Page.
I don't think they give a shit what I think about it, but I think.
Well, no, I don't think anyone gives a shit about what we think about anything. But
personally, okay, this is what I say. I say, let's not look. X-Men is a working franchise. It's now a worldwide known franchise. It's bigger than the comic book fans that loved it in the first place now. Mm-hmm. To reboot it at this point would just be a bit problematic, I think. If you're going to reboot it, then don't make an X-Men movie for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Let people forget the X-Men. So now we've got a reason to reboot it in the MCU. But that's not what they want to do. I think that's not, they'll probably release it in the next 2-3 years, Mm-hmm. Now, realistic, you've got, I've said this time and time before, I would personally keep what they have. Mm-hmm. If they want to keep it separate to a degree, set X-Men in the 80s after Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix, mm-hmm. keep it in between those movies even, and just go on the adventures with those X-Men doing different things.
Damn, I didn't know Kitty Pryde was in the first X-Men.
Yeah, she is.
And
not played by Ellen Page.
Yeah, she's played by some other actress, and the next two she's played by another actress. Yeah. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, if there's a girl that walks through walls, that's Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, it's. Do you know? It's because she's not in the. It's just referenced once. You just forget about it.
Oh yeah.
And so. Oh yeah, she was in all of them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So even if they did recast her, it wouldn't be the first time they've done that. But
be like 3 other times.
Yeah, but I mean, Ellen Page has played her twice because she was in Days of Future Past,
and X3,
and Days of Future Past and X3. Mm. So yeah, sure. But no, I'd say if Disney were to take over, just incorporate them in the MCU. The easiest way would be keep them in the 80s with this new cast with James McAvoy and that lot, and then. And that way you can have your classic adventures of Cyclops and people.
No, but you'd have to recast her then.
Who?
If it's set in the 80s, yeah.
No, you wouldn't, because her timeline takes place in the 2000s.
Right.
Yeah. When Kitty Pryde's about. In the 2000s, that's when the Avengers and that are about. Just saying.
No, but... Oh, you mean keep the X-Men in the 80s?
Keep the X-Men films in the 80s,
okay, I got you.
So you can do whatever you want to, and then if you want to have a crossover, get some of those old guard X-Men as a cameo.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? That way we can have Kelsey Grammer just roll into the MCU as the Beast.
I would recast Kelsey.
Huh?
I would recast Kelsey.
No, man, I think Kelsey is perfect.
Do you know how X3 was 13 years ago?
Yeah, it was 13 years ago.
And so I would...
But Beast is old. Anyway.
Sure.
Get a stuntman to do all the crazy stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that then.
Have Kelsey just roll in and just talk shit. You know what I mean? It's just a cameo as well, so, And then, like, you can have Patrick Stewart in his wheelchair, chatting to Hulk. Get James Marsden, like, wheeling him in. Done.
Yeah, that'd be...
Because they've explained everything in Days of Future Past, that, look, everything's reset.
Mm-hmm.
This is the future now.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah.
So I just think that would be the easiest way to fix it. Now that, like, Days of Future Past has fixed the future, that future can be... We haven't seen their future yet, but their future can be the MCU future.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, Spider-Man, you know. Done. That's what I think. Of course we'd like Hugh Jackman to come back, but if they do it that way, they don't necessarily have to bank on the Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could just get any X-Men. They could get Halle Berry show up. They could have, you know, James McAvoy cameo. They could get Famke Janssen just show up randomly.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know,
As if she wants to be associated with that anymore.
Yeah. Well, like, she's always been okay for it. There was a big interview with her where she was, like, a little bit upset that she didn't have anything to do with Apocalypse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But that goes with all those actors. All those actors want to be relevant and they want to be back.
Mm-hmm.
And X-Men kick-started most of their careers.
Yeah.
To a degree. So
I don't know, Famke Janssen...
Not her, she's been about before, but, you know, people like James Marsden.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure Disney can get them back. If Disney can afford to keep Robert Downey Jr. As long as they have, they can afford to do. Look, they paid Harrison Ford to come back for fucking Star Wars. They can do anything at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of doing anything, you hear about the thing that Sebastian Stan said?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, like, there you go, power of Disney. Hugh Jackman thinks he's retired, but the Mouse House is knocking on his doorstep for a potential return to the MCU. Now, do we want Hugh Jackman back? Joe?
I know one person that would disagree with me.
Oh.
But yeah, of course, that would be amazing.
That would tie everything up in a bow.
As I was saying to Colin, all you would need to do at the end of Infinity Wars, or even in the trailer, do you know, like in the first X-Men trailer, when he went, whoosh, that's all you need to see. The 3 blades come out of the hand. That's all you need to see, and then people would lose their physical minds.
Yeah.
And so and that way, if you did it at the end of one of the films and not see his face, you could. If they need to recast it, they can recast it. If it's Hugh Jackman, then it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the ways I would do it. But yeah man, that would be amazing. You freaking kidding me? That would be the. I don't think anyone else would be talking about anything else for a while. Yeah,
I mean, like, it would be a good way to, like, you know, incorporate the franchise into MCU. It's already established at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They would have to create, like, a few things in the MCU to say this is why this happened, because now Quicksilver's alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm sure they can come up with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sci-fi. It's comic books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a side story. I mean, like, look at what they did with the Mandarin, with fucking Iron Man 3, with the Backlash. They just created a fucking short film and it worked fine.
Yeah.
Worked fine. So, yeah.
Oh, again, with the whole Hugh Jackman thing, because he wanted to do that for so long, I think that's the only thing that's enticing him, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I really want to do this. Maybe one more time.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. There are two. If he shows up in Infinity War, fine, but this will never happen. But I've always wanted him to be in a Spider-Man movie as Wolverine. And do the Freaky Friday episode of Spider-Man where, like, Wolverine is in fucking Peter Parker's body and Peter Parker's in Wolverine's body. If you've ever read that comic book in Ultimate Spider-Man, or if you've even seen the TV show, there's a current TV show of Spider-Man and they actually adapted that. It is so funny.
Oh yeah?
Hugh Jackman wouldn't really be playing Wolverine, he'd be playing Peter Parker.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Tom Holland would be playing Wolverine.
Yeah, that'd be interesting actually.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be interesting.
That would be hilarious. It would just go, look, don't. Don't upset Aunt May.
What is that actual episode called? Or that arc?
Oh, on
where they body swap.
I'm not too sure, you know. I'm really not sure what
that's
the episode's called, but I'm pretty sure if you go on YouTube and you type in Wolverine and Spider-Man, you will find it.
Yeah, okay, alright. One other thing, do you know we were talking about Gambit?
Yeah.
So, according to, this is about a week old, but the story here saying that Channing Tatum said that there's a start date for spring 2018, and you just saw a story that the directors jumped ship.
This movie's never going to happen, man. I mean, like, look, we've said this since the beginning of our podcast. We've been following this damn fucking Gambit thing. Gore Verbinski is no longer directing the Gambit movie. What a surprise. Give it to Steven Soderbergh. Make a heist movie out of it. It'll be wicked.
I would do that, but yeah, that's a good idea. But so Soderbergh has done, I think he's going to do another one. Then he'll probably wean his way back into retirement and then come out of it again. So, what film do you think's gonna? Do you think that film will get him back out of retirement again?
I think this film will make him a lot of money to do the films he wants to do. Because
sure,
ideally, why he going into retirement is because it's hard to make the films that he wants to make.
Yeah, but he did it with Logan Lucky, and there's another film that he's just producing Ocean's 8. What's the other film that he was making? There was another film that he was making. Give me bear with me for 2 seconds.
It's saying that he was, Gore Verbinski's quitting due to scheduling conflicts. Now, he doesn't really have a lot on his plate other than some film called Spaceless, which has no release date whatsoever. They're saying it's in pre-production, so I don't really know, what the other thing that, maybe it's something to do with personal life. I don't know, but Gambit's in trouble, man. I mean, like, this is like the 4th or 5th director that has jumped ship. So, I don't know what the deal is there, man. Maybe it's because no one can work with Fox breathing down their necks. Maybe they want to change the story. Who knows, man? But it just sounds like, look, does anyone even want Channing Tatum as Gambit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have gone back for the what's his face?
Taylor Kitsch. Yeah. Only fair enough. That movie was shit, but he was not the reason why it was shit.
I would have.
Yeah, you're right. He's producing a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
Steven Soderbergh, Ocean's 8. Directing wise, he's got an untitled Panama project thing in development, and a film called Unsane, which is due out this year, actually.
That's a brilliant title, Unsane.
But yeah, but who knows, man? Who knows? But Gambit under Soderbergh, that could work.
Yeah, that could work.
He's done quite a lot of heist movies that are actually good. Logan Lucky was good. Ocean's 11 was good. It'd be different to anything that they've done before because he'd create a different tone entirely.
Yeah.
So why not? That's who I suggest for a Gambit movie.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, considering Gambit now, I mean, it's like it's kind of almost missed its ship because you would have expected them to eventually be in the regular X-Men cast, but that's kind of come and gone. it's I mean, not that it's come and gone. I mean, it's back in the 80s now, so I wouldn't expect to see Gambit in the 80s. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a Gambit movie. I'm not sure if I care.
I don't think anyone cares at this point.
Yeah.
Not unless it's done right, and by the sounds of it, they don't even know whether they're doing anything right at all. So
this looks like it's going through the same hell that. Do you remember when Superman was trying to come back onto the screen before Superman Returns?
Yeah.
That's the kind of nightmare this film's going through.
Well,
it's just like, we've got some concept. Oh yeah, but we're not going to reveal to the director. Oh yeah, we don't. it's too much money. We're going to reduce the price. How much did it cost before? Like 350 million or something, or some stupid price tag it had on it before. And then Deadpool came out and said, "Oh, we don't need to spend this much money on this." Well, I reckon Deadpool was the reason that this film is been stalled for so long.
You reckon?
Yeah, because Deadpool was made for peanuts.
Deadpool was made for peanuts, but let's look at the. Hang on, Gambit budget. The budget for Gambit as stands.
Is it? Are you on box office? Are you? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to fill in some gaps.
Okay, so the production budget on this is 155 million.
Wow, why does it need to cost 155 million?
Exactly. This is what I suggest you do. You rehire Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah.
Who's probably contracted to do the damn film anyway.
Oh yeah, probably.
Okay. For peanuts. I'm pretty sure you save about 20 million off that budget right there. Okay?
Yeah.
Easily. And it doesn't even need to be 100 million.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You can make this for 80 million tops.
Why? I don't understand what would cost that much money. I mean, freaking hell! Not even his card explosions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bemused by that. I don't understand. I don't understand it. But if that stops this film from getting made, then that's good. So I'm really not bothered about Gambit. So I hope it stays where it is, and unless it's, as you say, Soderbergh or someone else making it. So yeah, that's I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah.
Just so this is all about comics. What do you make of because the more I see about Tomb Raider, the more I go, I don't know.
I'm on the fence here. There's some part. I watched the trailer with my friend Cornell when I went to see The Last Jedi, and the trailer in the cinema looked good. I felt it was very much akin to the rebooted game,
right?
And I felt they got a lot right. But then I've seen other trailers where I've been like, oh, I don't know about that. So I'm kind of on the fence here. I guess I just want to see the film and be done with it.
Yeah, I guess I thought the tone would be far more serious than, because this does look like an action film, but I thought it'd be more on the vein of not even John Wick, but what am I trying? Do you know, like Collateral, like a kind of a grittier.
Oh yeah.
A gritty version of an action film. I thought it'd be more like that.
Right.
And so when I saw the trailer, this is no different from the Tomb Raider released 14 years ago, or 15 years ago. It's following the same beats, but it's just newer.
Yeah.
And that's my main issue with it.
Well, I think the difference is between this one and that one. This one's more close with the game that it's adapted of. Whereas the other one, I could just look at that film and just think, well, I see Angelina Jolie in it. I don't really see much of what this has to do with Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
So, that, you know what I mean? This has the edge automatically. Because I can look at this and go, oh, that's what this is from. You know? Especially the bit when she's on the World War I plane. I remember that bit in the game. So, there's, you know, and even when she's on the ship as well at the start. So, I see they've added, like, her dad actually being in the movie, which isn't in the game. But we'd have to see. No,
there's something that unsettles me about. When she was announced as Lara Croft, I thought, yeah, that works for me. After seeing the trailer now, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure at all. But yeah, I guess we won't see. It comes out this year, right?
Yeah, it comes out later this year.
Yeah, it comes out this year. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll wait and see on that one. What do you make of this whole thing with Millie Bobby Brown playing Sherlock Holmes's sister?
What, for Robert Downey Jr.'s?
That was my next thing I was going to ask you. But first of so basically, Millie Bobby Brown. If you don't know who she is, she's the
she plays 11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah, and she is going to be Sherlock Holmes' younger sister. She made an appearance in his version of Sherlock. Sorry, I'm pointing to the screen. Benedict Cumberbatch's version of Sherlock.
Oh, was she in that?
Yeah, she's in the last series that came out.
Oh, okay.
She was far superior in every way to him. She outthought him like 5 steps ahead.
Right.
It was a really good show up until the end of that episode.
Right.
With Millie Bobby Brown in the film universe, would it be connected? Are they creating their own new universe, or is it?
So hang on, this is a Robert Downey Jr. one, right?
No, it's just a film. It's just a young Enola Holmes film.
Oh, okay.
Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's a different take on the character, I guess.
Yeah, but that means that there's 3 out there now that kind of coexist with each other.
Well, no, there's 4 if you count the comedy one with Will Ferrell and the other guy from Step Brothers.
Oh, they're still making that?
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant! I can't wait to see that. I totally forgot about that film. That's the one I want to see. I want to see that one. That's going to be hilarious. Even if it's mediocre, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, I would expect this to be in. I would like it to be in the same universe as the Downey Jr. one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But do you think, have you Millie Bobby Brown as an actress? How would you rate her?
She's very good. She's very good.
But she's very good in Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, but the kind of role she plays in Stranger Things is kind of intense.
Right.
There's a lot of range in that character. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I think she'll be fine. To be honest, I don't think, and she's British as well. So like, she, you know, I don't know really what to say about this because this is just another interpretation of Sherlock Holmes. There's going to be many more interpretations of Sherlock Holmes. It's not the first, it's not the last.
Sure. I don't disagree with you. Yeah. But the thing is that there's 3 already. there's 3. There's literally they're still planning on making that 3rd one with Downey Jr. and you've got the Benedict Cumberbatch one, and then you've got this one, and sorry, including the Will Ferrell one as well. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Just have some consistency. At least connect it to the Downey Jr. one in some way. I don't know, maybe, but I would. That's my heart of hearts. I would like it to be connected to the Downey Jr. version.
I've got no opinion until I see it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what Guy Ritchie does with that, if he is still doing that. Okay, so Black Panther. Oh, okay. John Williams. He's going to be scoring Han Solo's theme because he doesn't have one.
But
for this the Han Solo film, the Star Wars story film, and then John Powell will take over. John Powell's the guy who did the Bourne series. Do you think he should do the whole film or should just do Han's?
Well, look, to be quite honest, John Williams giving a damn and actually giving anything is gold.
Yeah.
So just take it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with the new guy scoring, so long as he kind of sounds like John Williams. But if you're telling me John Williams is setting the tone with a theme tune, fine, man. I'm all cool with that.
Yeah.
Because dude's like 90 or something.
No,
like
86.
Okay, so he's 86. He's not spring chicken. He's only exclusively to the saga films at this point and the occasional Steven Spielberg movie. So we got to be grateful that he's even doing any of this shit at all, man.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pro this. That's fine. Personally, I'd like to see him be hired for all the money in the world for Superman's theme again. Personally,
I think anyone could do that now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he, because I don't think he could do it any better than he did it in 1978.
Oh yeah.
Again, it depends where Superman goes, because that character is fucked as far as I'm concerned. He's 85. But John Powell's a good choice in my. I've listened to a lot of John Powell's music. I only turned on to him when Bourne came out. All his music's been very. He writes good music for his characters, because for a Bourne film, it's a very distinct piece of music, but you know it's a Bourne film because there's distinct music cues that make it. Oh right, this is a Bourne film, and anyone that can make me remember a theme, I'm automatically switched onto him. So John Powell, he's got my favourite. So, but I think the reason why he's doing this because John Williams composed themes for all of the characters, mostly all the characters all the characters in Star Wars, all the main characters anyway, and but apart from Han Solo. So why not finish off what he started, and then someone else can mimic that in other films if Han Solo does show up in other films. I've got no problem with it either. So it's just that people were saying that why should he come back and just do that? Why he should either do the whole film or not at all. And I just want to get people are so sketchy on the internet, man. Didn't make any sense to me anyone saying that, because if you could get, as you said, if you can get John Williams to do it, let him do it.
Do anything, you're not going to say no.
Yeah,
don't be stupid.
Yeah, it makes no sense. So it's if I could get as much John Williams as I can get out of him before he passes on, that'd be good for me, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the greatest composers. He's one of the composers that got me into listening to music from films. Yeah, it's because it was you're so into it. It was so a part of the film that you just wanted to have that score on its own, and that introduced me to other film scores and other things. And man, as much as this guy can do, I hope he can do it for as long as he can do it. So that's that. Is there anything? There was a topic that you want to talk about, right?
There was.
Never mind. Patty Jenkins. Right. So. Justice League. Is there any DC stuff that is good? Oh, okay. Before we go DC, Black Widow solo film. Yeah, looks like that's coming.
Yeah, that they've hired a screenwriter. Sounds like it's a go. Yeah, they're setting it before Infinity War though, which kind of brings more to the point. It looks like they're going in a different. Like we've said before, it looks like they're going in a different trajectory than setting up a new phase straight away, if that makes sense. I think there will be another Avengers after Infinity War at some point, but I think they're trying to work out what that point will be at this point, if that makes sense. Because obviously some of the actors are renegotiating their contracts and yada yada yada. But I mean, to pad out, I think they're looking to pad out the universe with the IPs they got now. Yeah, build it up, and that could be in different time zones and whatnot now. So, like take Captain Marvel for example, that's set in the 90s. If Black Widow's set before Infinity War, that'd be cool because then we could shed more light and store about her character before that point. I think they should have done it before she was an Avenger, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought that would have been the best move, but I guess things were different back then.
Or I guess they just want to, capitalize on what they can do around that time period with with their roster of characters that they got. Maybe they could be more persuaded to get some of the old guard to cameo.
Yeah.
This way. You know what I mean? Because they won't be in an integral role, but do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also maybe get some of the new people to come in as well.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff they could do. So, yeah. Personally, I think there was a Punisher Black Widow cartoon movie.
Really?
That came out a few years back, and that was awesome.
Oh wow,
that was really good. I'd like to see that.
Okay.
But live action, but
I would never thought of putting them two together in
why
anything. It's just it's not. I'm not saying that it was impossible. I'm just saying that. Oh yeah.
He's an ex-military guy.
Yeah, it just never occurred to me.
Shields.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see that live action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that brings me to another thing. Does it? No, I lost it. It was here a minute ago, and I can't find it. Featuring. Okay, all right. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. I don't know. There's not a lot of news that's tantalising me here at the moment. We've talked about Gambit. Yep, Gambit loses Gore Verbinski. Again, is there anything that you wanted to?
No, I'm all good.
All right. I've got. There's another 20 minutes to fill, so we can't leave it at that. What do you make of Krypton? I know it's not film, but
I saw the trailer. I couldn't give a shit. Just like, really? I mean, look, I would have been more excited about Krypton had the rest of the universe had not under-delivered.
Yeah.
If that made sense. I don't know. I'm about as excited about Krypton as I am Black Lightning.
Oh wait, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's one that I wanted to talk to you about. So, what's it called? What's that film that just came out? Pryde.
Yeah, Pryde. Yeah.
Do you think those high concept type of films would be more something that Netflix would do with famous actors? Like, let's say you get Cooper Gooding Jr. Not Cooper Gooding Jr. I don't know, Jessica Chastain and I'm trying to think of someone that you wouldn't see on a Netflix film. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. And Jessica Chastain. Let's say you put them two together in a high concept film for Netflix, like it was something that they wanted to make that was different but appeal to a wider audience, but only on Netflix. Do you think they'll be doing? Do you think Netflix will be doing more?
Possibly. Like I mean, like it worked out for them for Bright, and plus, I think the main reason why everybody went to see that was Will Smith is on a Netflix thing.
Went to see it.
Went to see it because Will Smith is on Netflix. What is this about? You know what I mean? I think that marketing worked for them in spades.
Really?
It also showed, because that thing had the worst of the worst reviews. Okay, but everyone went and saw it anyway because they were interested. You know what I mean? Like, what's Bright? Why have I not heard about this?
Yeah.
What's Will Smith doing? You know what I mean? I think those kind of questions are what, you know what I mean? When you go on Netflix, you see a whole load of films by unknowns and stuff. And I actually think the star power kind of worked there, personally. If that was, some low-key film, that would have disappeared into the ether.
Right.
But it didn't, based on his name alone.
But there's been dozens of films that have been on Netflix that have disappeared into the ether.
That's true, but I think maybe it was the fact that it was very different because the first image is him and this orc.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's enough to make people go question, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's not something you really associate with Will Smith straight away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done Men in Black, but then when you see Men in Black, you just see him and Tommy Lee Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it could work with certain movie stars.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? You just got to be selected with who to put on there, but I don't think Jessica Chastain could do that just yet. Mainly because there's still a lot of people that don't actually know who she is.
Okay.
Even though she is, you know, she's become quite a big powerhouse lately because she's in quite a lot of films lately.
Yes, she's in a crap load of films.
Yeah.
Do you think Bryce Dallas Howard, for instance, chick from
I don't think her either.
Yeah?
I think people know who she is, but do you know what I mean? Like, if it was Angelina Jolie, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Scarlett Johansson, then yeah. Do you know what I mean? Bryce Dallas Howard's been around,
mm-hmm.
but she's not really she's not quite A-list just yet. There's not been a Bryce Dallas Howard film where she's had her name on the marquee as centre stage. She's been in big IPs, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 3, Jurassic World,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? She hasn't done anything where she's, you know, where she's the star. She hasn't, where she's the main centre forward person,
mm-hmm.
you know? Yeah, sure. I mean, Jessica Chastain has been in a lot of films, like, I don't know, most recently Molly's Game, which is out at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's there sharing it with Idris.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Do you think Idris is A-list?
Yeah.
What makes him A-list?
Because he's done films where his name, you know, his name's on the poster and he's the only guy, you know what I mean, selling
mm-hmm.
the movie. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I know, but I never classed him as A-list.
I think he's definitely up there
mm-hmm.
because people are aware of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He wasn't up there before.
I think, to be honest, I think people know more from Luther and is the TV stuff he's done.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's what I mean. When he was in The Wire, I thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
And when he was in Luther, he's that guy.
Yeah.
And then he's also in this 80s Channel 4 TV show.
Yeah.
90s, sorry, Channel 4 TV show which he shows up in. Ultraviolet, I think it is. And so for me, it was kind of a spread thing. It's only become like a big thing now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like he's done a lot of films.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually, I think I'd recognise Idris more than Jessica Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
That's no slight on Jessica Chastain. She's a great actress, but she's not carried herself, you know, where she's been the marquee name. He has.
Yeah.
He's not done the Tom Cruise money just yet, but I still think that'll come
mm-hmm.
at this point with him. You know what I mean?
That's another thing I would say, because Tom Cruise is from such a different era.
Yeah.
He's from an era of movie stars.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's around anymore. I mean, maybe Chris Hemsworth to a degree.
I don't think Chris Hemsworth.
This is what I'm pulling at strings here, man.
Outside of 4. You know what I mean? There hasn't been he's done films where he's the marquee name, but they've not made the bank.
Yeah.
You know, under maybe Rush.
Yeah.
That was probably the last one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's about teaming up with the right kind of directors that are going to push your performances. Like, look at fucking DiCaprio. Mm-hmm. Okay, and yeah, that was back in the day where you could do that, but it's very true today. He teamed up with fucking The Master. He teamed up with Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whatever it was, he teamed up with the right guy
mm-hmm.
to put him out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, though, like, you know what the other thing is? Maybe DiCaprio is a bad example because, like, Idris Elba is just as good an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Chastain is just as good an actress
mm-hmm.
as DiCaprio. But back then, DiCaprio was trying to prove something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was still a great actor, but no one knew that yet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? A lot of the casuals didn't know that yet. A lot of people didn't see What's Eating Gilbert, right? And
the
other stuff. You know what I mean? They discovered that later. Now you can't say that he's a shit actor now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, there's something wrong with you. You know what I mean? Like literally. But I mean, I don't know. Like take something like the Death Wish remake.
Right.
That didn't need to be Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that's true.
That could have been Idris.
Yeah.
That could have been Idris, and that
could have been anyone.
That could have been anyone, and it could have been the start of their action movie career.
Yeah.
Or the or someone that's established and a restart of something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just felt that Bruce Willis, you know, just now it's just generic Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah.
You know, we could have had that Taken effect with a brand new star with that film. I felt.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And
I
like,
think you're right.
it didn't even have to be a man either. Just so long as it was a doctor. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, going back to that, it's just that I'm thinking of the trend that the whole industry is going through of cinema prices getting more expensive. People want to go to cinema, but they don't want to pay for it for the prices that they get in the theater. And if something is equally as good as what you could get in the theater, it shows up on a streaming site, would you be inclined to watch it on a streaming site? I guess it's an interesting time. It's a very interesting time. Because to be honest, I still like going to the theater. I don't particularly watch a lot of films. I don't watch any films streaming. To be honest, I generally watch television, and so I just want to know what if that would be the game changer. If it would be the actor, the story, or both combined of what high concept story with big actors, big names. So I guess that's something we can look at in future. Okay, there's so much comic book news. I'm trying to mix and match here. Right. Taika Waititi. We already talked about Taika Waititi.
So, what's your thought about DiCaprio reteaming with Quentin Tarantino for Charles Manson?
Sure. Sure. I mean, to be honest, it's a no-brainer to me. If you can work with DiCaprio and Tarantino wants to work with him, why not?
You know what? This cast is getting really fucking good, man. I mean, you got Tom Cruise and DiCaprio, two heavy hitters that have never worked together before. That's
the one.
Yeah,
is the sinker for me, Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
because Tom Cruise is he's always one of those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
and whoa, okay, all right, that's different. I mean, did you see that Made in America film? It's really good.
Made in America.
The Tom Cruise film where he's the pilot.
Yeah. I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah, that's really good. Not many people saw that for whatever reason. It's a freaking good film, man. Again, going back to the Tarantino thing, if Tarantino could get Daniel Day-Lewis to come out of retirement and work, that would be amazing. Could you imagine? Okay, that's his last film when I'm out. I'm done. Boom. that would be a perfect swan song for both of them.
I mean, look, to be honest, the DiCaprio news for me, look, all right. My opinion, he should have won an Oscar for fucking Django Unchained. Mainly because most of the time when he goes for most of his roles, he's always trying to be a very serious actor. You know, like he puts 1,000.
Yeah, he puts all of himself into it.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? With that role in Django Unchained, he looked relaxed. He looked like he was having a good time, and he was chewing up the scenery everywhere he went. He was one of the highlights of Django Unchained.
Yeah.
He was fucking phenomenal in that. And it just looked like he was having a hoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you see some of his characters, and you can see him being, like, really serious, and not saying that he wasn't wasn't not serious, but that wasn't the nature of his character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was almost hamming it up the way John Travolta would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And enjoying himself being the guy on set.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And look, I paid bottom dollar to see him back in a in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, you know what, that news made my day. Like, literally, I was like, yes, we're getting another DiCaprio Tarantino fucking collaboration here.
Yeah.
And now Margot Robbie's joined the class as well.
Oh, really?
So it's going to be a really interesting cast. So you got Margot Robbie, you got DiCaprio, you got Cruise, you got Samuel L. because you know he's going to be in there. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I said, I think it's a no-brainer. If you can work with someone again that you know got a good performance out of you, why not? And that's clearly Tarantino and DiCaprio. So is that his 8th film?
No, this will be his 9th.
Ooh.
This will be his 9th, and then you got Star Trek, which isn't really his 10th. Because of what he said. He said, you know, that's more of a sidestep, but that will be his 9th. Let me just double check that. So we have Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, Death Proof, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, The Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that is his
the
8th
Manson movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this film, we have one more movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, mate. You better, mate. Oh, he's doing what he wants. I don't think he cares if.
I still think he should like remaster My Best Friend's Birthday, because I'm just intrigued by seeing that. For those that don't know what My Best Friend's Birthday is, that's actually his movie that he spent 2 years while working at a video shop filming. And how it used to work, because he was filming on film, he had to store it in his refrigerator, the film in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And he'd film this film over weekends. He wrote it and film a bit every weekend, and he'd spend all his money on this film. He did this for 2 years, and then at the end of the 2 years, now it's time to edit this shit. He edited like 20 minutes of this movie, and he was devastated. It wasn't the movie that he thought it would be. He was like, oh my god, this is shit. But that was his film school.
Yeah.
The whole experience was his film school, meeting up with his buddies every weekend and filming a bit of his feature.
Yeah.
So he'd made a film, he knew how to make a film, and then, you know, Reservoir Dogs happened.
Yeah.
You know, 4 or 5 years after that. So that's just it, man. That is just it. You gotta see good and bad, but I've always wanted to see what the completed version of that is, because I've seen the 20 minutes, and the 20 minutes is like his version of Clerks.
Right.
It's like black and white, but you know it's a Quentin Tarantino movie because the dialogue is so him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's one thing you cannot take away from him, his dialogue, and it's so him. And I was entertained by the 20 minutes. I wanted to see more.
Yeah.
So
it was a good taste into what future Quentin Tarantino would be like.
even if he retires or whatnot, I say, look, just finish that film, put it as a bonus feature on Reservoir Dogs' like 4K Blu-ray, and people will watch it.
Yeah.
Because people are interested to see where shit came from. And like, hell, I want to see his short film, Love Birds in Bondage.
Love Birds in Bondage?
Yeah, I've just seen it on IMDb. I've never heard of this thing. I might have to go hunt it down if someone's propped it up on the internet.
Okay, did anyone have a copy of it?
I don't know, but I guess I'm going to have to find that out when I go online.
Damn, okay. So he's kept everything very clear. Is that one of his first films, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's probably the only one who has a copy of it then.
Probably.
Oh, that guy. When do you think he should act again? Because I always liked him when he was acting.
He was hit and miss when he was acting.
I liked him when he was acting, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him in a film.
Again, for me, his best performance is in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
I didn't even see him as a director then. I just saw him as he's one of these guys. He's a guy that's got. Do you have schizophrenia? Or
he's just creepy, man.
No, but he had like a condition, didn't he?
I can't remember what the condition was, but yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't even see him as a director then. I was like, oh yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, he's kind of a director. I remember when I first watched it, he directed that Reservoir Dogs film and that Pulp Fiction film, and he's acting. Yeah. But yeah, he should definitely act again. It would be funny to see. Okay, so before we cut this off, John Wick Chapter 3 is going into production. Okay, so it looks like so the TV show and this film are going into production at the same time, and so this looks like it will be the last in the chapter, maybe, who knows. But the first two directors of the film, Chad Stahelski and Derek Kolstad, they're both returning for this last one. So what did you? I'd never asked your opinion on what you thought about the John Wick Chapter 2.
Loved it.
Yeah. It gave you more insight into that whole
into the Hotel Continental.
Into the whole hierarchy of that universe and how
the fights were amazing.
Yeah, really good. Especially that one with Common, the black dude. Yeah,
when they roll down the stairs and stuff.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
That's when you thought it was finished. It wasn't over, and when you thought it was over, it was okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I really liked that chapter. I would say it had a bit of do you know right at the end where he just breaks the rules? Yeah, screw this, I'm shooting this guy. Sorry, spoilers. Oh
man, that bit was jokes.
Yeah, I know.
That was so funny.
The thing is, I thought he would have backed down, but
no.
And
it's just the way it's shot as well, just bang, and then he just dies, and it's like, because
that's the last thing you expect. You expect that to go into chapter 3 or something.
Yeah.
And there's whoa.
I actually quite like the fight when they're chasing each other, and he starts shooting at him with the silencers.
Oh yeah, in the station when they're doing that.
Because that made me laugh, man. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious because it's not something that you particularly. If it was done by anyone else, you wouldn't take it as seriously and as entertaining as you would have seen it. But because of the type of character John Wick was and the other assassin was, you brought it, but it was cool to watch. Yeah, it was really cool to watch. And there's so many of those scenes in both the films that I mean I don't know what's going to happen in the next film, but I would like to see something.
Do you think Carrie-Anne Moss should show up in the next film?
I'm pretty sure she was at the premiere last time, and when what's his face was at the what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne was at the first premiere. He ended up in the second film, so I can only expect that Carrie-Anne Moss would have something to do, maybe a cameo or something in the third film. That would bring them all back together again. So yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be really cool.
Sylvester Stallone has greenlighted and basically said Expendables 4.
No, I'm not interested.
You're not interested?
No.
You know what? I'm always interested. I like the concept of the Expendables.
I've liked the concept since when he first introduced it. But none of the films have really hit in the way I expected.
I liked the second one.
I don't.
I really enjoyed the second one. The second one for me was just so funny. The only thing I didn't like from the second one was I wanted more of a fight between him and Van Damme. Mm-hmm. I think that fight should have been longer. I think Van Damme shouldn't have went out as quick as he did.
He went out really quick.
He went out too quick, and also when he did that roundhouse, I wanted free camera angles like the 80s. That's the only complaint I have from Expendables 2. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I got enough of Arnold and Willis in there to, you know, the right amount. I thought it was a superior sequel. The thing about the Expendables, I think all the films. I agree with you. They haven't hit the mark with it. The concept is good. I think there's a story to be told if they can make that film. Like, for example, like, I like the fact when you had the first film, you had, like, Jason Statham having the angry girlfriend on the phone. I felt that added something to his character that should have been throughout the franchise. I think there should have been more of, what's the guy called? Drago, Rocky 4.
Oh,
what's his name?
I can't remember.
I can't remember his name. Why is it gone from me? Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, Dolph Lundgren, like, in the second one, they mentioned, like, yeah, he's dumb and shit, but, like, in terms of awareness, but he's also the smartest guy on the team because he went to MIT. And no one believes that. And then you have that comedic moment in number 2 where he just solves a problem and everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that as a character because you could just, if written properly, that's comic gold right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, you want to kill a member of the team. Well, we've got, like, quite a lot of expendable people that we don't want in this team anymore. Namely, all those fucks that joined in the third one. For no reason. Like, the third one was such an embarrassment, man. It was such a shit film. Considering everything else. I mean, this is what I mean. I've kind of lost interest.
Yeah, the only thing that really set apart from the other films is when they had I forgot his name.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson, and he gave that speech. That was chilling.
That was the best thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a good movie in there. They just need to work it out.
Yeah.
Spend more time on the script to work it out, because I just think they just need better writers on these on this franchise, because I think it's a cool concept and everyone likes those actors, you know. But it's just trying to execute it properly, I guess. But
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm glad he's making another one, but I'm just not
enthusiastic for it.
No. I mean, again, as I was saying with John Wick, all the action was in I mean, the action's not that different from anything else, but it's the way it's filmed.
Yeah.
Is oh wow, I've never seen it filmed in this way before, and that's what I was expecting from the Expendables, just to see an extension of what we got in the 80s and 90s of action film and brought back in that way. But I'll tell you what though, Creed 2 is on my list.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I can't wait to see that once it's.
You know what though? I watched Creed 1 recently. Because it's on Netflix, so like every now and again I might like take a peek at it. The fights in that film is amazing.
Especially that one that doesn't cut.
They all don't cut.
Oh really?
They all don't cut. All the fights are done the same. They all don't cut, man. I think the final fight cuts.
No, it doesn't. That was the whole point of that final fight.
Okay, so the first one definitely doesn't cut.
Right.
First one, they all don't cut then. But I think there was an effects breakdown of the first one I saw, because there's visual effects involved in the filming of that.
Oh wow, okay.
I can't remember what for, but I saw something on it like a while back, and I was amazed because I didn't think, you know what I mean?
You don't think it would need that type of special effect or something?
Yeah.
I mean, even when I first watched Rocky, I thought the fights in that were really authentic. And as boxing films have gone on, it's more or less got better and better. Especially in Creed, I can't even tell if they're not hitting each other or they're hitting each other. It just looks real. So whoa, okay, these these guys are going at it for real. But go on.
throwing it back to comic books, what's your take on like the Venom marketing?
I'm not really paying any attention to it.
You know what? I have.
There you are.
Hey, here's a picture from the Venom set. Here is Tom Hardy looking like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all we're getting from this. Here's another picture of Tom Hardy looking really handsome.
I don't know why they're hiding it, because everyone knows what Venom looks like.
I know, right?
It's just shows a picture. All they had to show is a still of Venom.
Not even excited. It's gonna make all the monies.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I would like to see if it does turn into something that's I hope to be wrong about. If it's set in some alternate, it's not an alternate. It's supposed to be. Is it before? I don't know.
It's not set in MCU.
Right. Okay. See that bewilders me even more.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah, good luck to him. I mean, I've got no opinion at this point. If it's one of those films that just comes and goes, I hope it just goes. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on it. And I think okay, we've gone over an hour. Unless there's nothing else to talk about, I think that's it, man. There's nothing really left to talk about. Who do you think will win Best Picture at the Oscars?
Well, who are the contenders?
I don't know. I just, in your opinion, what film did you see last year that you think deserves Best Picture?
Well, this is just it. I mean, like, all the Oscar contenders are coming out now, so technically I haven't seen all the films that are up for an Oscar. So I can't really say at this moment. It's a bit premature.
Right, okay.
So, because, you know, I could name my favourite film of last year, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to be up on the Academy.
Well, let's change the question. What was your favourite film of last year?
Logan. Baby Driver.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
I said your favourite film last year was Logan.
No, negative.
Baby Driver, yeah. That's going to be very hard to watch now.
I thought that as well, but I saw it recently. If anything, it adds to his character, and you're just kind of like, I don't like you even more.
Right.
So,
fair enough.
You know, it didn't really affect my enjoyment of the movie per se, other than it's that creep.
Yeah. Fair enough. I do need to. That's something I tend to buy eventually. So I want to watch it again with those eyes.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, I accept it. Even what's the film that he did with Samuel L. Jackson?
Who? Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Oh, The Negotiator.
That's a really good film.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that in years. That is a really good film.
It's a really good film, and man, it's just such a shame that all these films now, because he has lots of good performances in lots of films. I mean, even American Beauty, that's going to be hard to watch. All these films are going to be so freaking hard to watch. But
American Beauty is going to be hard to watch because
yeah. It's just but yeah. Anyway.
What was your best film of last year?
My best film of last year. Okay, let me just bring up a list. I would say. Okay. See the Blade Runner.
Oh really?
Yeah. See the Blade Runner or oh gosh, this is difficult. Blade Runner or okay, alright. It wasn't Get Out. It wasn't Dunkirk. It wasn't Wonder Woman. Maybe I think it's either It or Blade Runner.
Okay.
I enjoyed myself most with. I did really like Baby Driver though. Baby Driver was a really big surprise for me how good it was. Yeah, I would go for no, screw it, I'm gonna go for Blade Runner.
Yeah?
Yeah, Blade Runner was my favourite film of last year.
Okay, what did you like about it?
It was the fact that I didn't really, because I've watched the original Blade Runner quite a few times, but I didn't really need to watch that Blade Runner to understand this film.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked about it, because I went to see it with people that had never seen the original.
Oh, really?
And they enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good.
And that's a
big testament to the film.
Yeah, very big. And even though they did complain about the length of it, that didn't bother me to a degree.
I think Ridley Scott complained about the length of it.
Yeah. That didn't really bother me. I really liked it, and especially the misdirection of it all.
Yeah,
it was really well done, and it felt like another time and place as well.
Yeah.
From the music score, Hans Zimmer and I can't remember the other composer that he worked with, but they did a really good job on mimicking the first film's score. And that again, just all of these elements combined made it a really good experience. Blade Runner definitely. It's one of the films that I think back to most often of last year. So I would say that, and It as well. The thing about It was that it was very much like the films that I grew up with.
Yeah.
In the sense that it had some sense of adventure, but it was also scary as well.
Yeah.
And I liked that mix of it. The fact that it wasn't a straight up horror film. It was an adventure. It was a kids' adventure film. Mixed with horror, and it was like an Indiana Jones film or a what do you call it? Like the Goonies, or it was Stranger Things with the same type of horror mentality. Yeah.
Well, I got my top 10 of the year, as well as honourable mentions. So Baby Driver was my first. My second was actually Thor Ragnarok.
You should go from 10 to 1.
I should go from 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 to 1. Number 10, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 9, Get Out. Number 8, Lion. Number 7, Hacksaw Ridge. Number 6, Wonder.
I didn't see Hacksaw Ridge or Wonder.
Oh wow, okay. Number 5, The Disaster Artist. Number 4, It. Number 3, Blade Runner 2049. Number 2, Thor Ragnarok. Number 1, Baby Driver.
Okay.
Yeah. Honourable mentions: Hidden Figures, La La Land, Dunkirk, Logan Lucky, John Wick Chapter 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Split, War of the Planet of the Apes, Detroit.
Yeah. That's the thing. Guardians of the I liked Guardians of the Galaxy, but I immediately forgot everything that happened.
Oh man, I've seen it quite a few times now. I thought the second time I saw it, I enjoyed it even more because I think Yondu's death was more impactful second time round. First time round, there was so much going on. It was like, oh okay. The second time, like, you know, it's just those films have heart, man.
Yeah. They do.
But you know, the first one was such a breath of fresh air, if that makes sense. So it was very different to everything else that was out at the time. Whereas now everyone's trying to emulate that, if that makes sense. So
Okay, well, yeah, I don't have a top 10, unfortunately. Oh, I forgot Lucky Logan. Lucky Logan was one of my favourite films of last year as well.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
But yeah, I don't have a top 10.
What's your most anticipated film for this year?
Most anticipated... Oof.
I've got a top 10 for that.
I definitely don't have a top 10 for this year. I would say... Oh boy, what could I say? The God Particle.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the new Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, my top 10 are... Okay, number 10, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Number 9, Black Panther. Number 8, Deadpool 2. Number 7, 3 Billboards, which I've seen and it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Number 6, Incredibles 2. Number 5, Sicario 2.
Sicario to Soldado, yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, The Beyond. Number 3, Avengers Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Ready Player One. And number 1, Battle Angel Alita.
Oh right, okay.
And then other films I'm looking forward to: Origin Unknown, New Mutants, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Pacific Rim Uprising, Tomb Raider, Red Sparrow, Aquaman, Rampage, I, Tonya.
Yeah. I've got a few other films that I'm looking forward to as well. The Nun. Isle of Dogs. And yeah, just because I'm a Jurassic Park fan, Jurassic World. And Black Panther. Black Panther, definitely. And Ocean's 8. And Ready Player One.
I'm surprised you never said Ready Player One before.
Yeah, do you know when there's a big mass of films that are coming out and you just my mind is focused on a few, and so now I've got a whole list in front of me. I can say, oh right, yeah, Incredibles 2 as well. Yeah, there's a few films. Ocean's 8 I'm intrigued about. Annihilation, mate. Oh, Mission Impossible 6. There's all these films that are just coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, definitely Mission Impossible. Christopher McQuarrie did a good job with the last one. I cannot wait to see what crazy stunt that he's tried to kill himself with this time. But yeah, beyond that is that. I think we'll end it there because we've gone over time. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year for films. I for one think that hopefully this year will be better than last year, because last year's attendance was really bad for film. It was the worst for films last year. Really bad for films. So I hope this year will fill that gap. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, that's the end of the show, folks. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Allari, where can we find you?
Find me on Sashman3 on Twitter. Check out my YouTube channel, Sacha Allari, on YouTube.
Okay, and you can find this podcast on YouTube. And at the moment, I'm having a problem with SoundCloud. So that affects my the other things that it's streamed to. So for now, it's just going to be on YouTube until I sort that whole SoundCloud fiasco out. So yeah, give us a look on YouTube, and that'd be great. Give us a like and subscribe. That'd be awesome. And you'll see us again. You'll hear us again next week, folks. Thank you for tuning in, for listening in, and that's been the Zedos Go podcast, and we're out.